Joining me on the podcast right now is Tenesha Pickering from the Galion History Center. She runs the Galion History Center. She's our main person there. Tenesha, it's always great to have you in.
Thank you.
It's fun because I know what's going on too because I sit on the board there. So
yeah,
it helps out a little bit.
Everything you're going to hear is nothing new, right?
Right, exactly. But it's all good news, and I love to get the good news out there. And a lot of fun stuff going on, a lot of really neat historical stuff going on. And, of course, Ghost Hunts is October here coming up in a few days. Wow, real close.
I know.
We're only about a month out from Halloween. You know that?
That's crazy. I don't know where September went, but it flew by.
You had something big last weekend. In fact, Brownella Cottage got a lot of attention last weekend, didn't it?
It sure did. We had Paranormal Reality TV and the Ghost Sisters did a 2-night live streamed investigation from Brownella Cottage.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. So Paranormal Reality TV is J.B. Johnson and Britt Griffith, who used to be on the TV show Ghost Hunters and Ghost Hunters International. So
isn't that cool?
It is cool. I was fangirling hard. I was such a Ghost Hunters fan when I was a teenager.
Right. Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. You get to meet them and they hang out with them, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Watch them set everything up. My gosh.
Did they find any cool stuff? That's what I want to know. Did they see anything neat? Okay.
Oh, yeah. There is activity for sure.
Cool.
It's always active.
I was going to say it's not unusual for that place, is it?
No, it's not. Friday night was really good. It was really quiet Saturday night at first, and then the internet dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Last thing they caught before the internet went out was through the spirit box was "Let Us Rest," and then boom, there goes the internet.
Creepy, yeah.
Got it back up and running, and then the activity after that was just crazy.
Now, was that a problem inside the house with the internet, or is that a problem with the internet service provider?
I don't know, because we ended up going over to my office, which is our main hub for the Wi-Fi, and nothing was wrong over there. So it was our connector in the third floor of Brownella.
Wow.
That's
crazy, isn't
it? It is.
Wow.
It's really... It was kind of on the nose, man. They wanted left alone.
Yeah. Oh, man. Write down right when you said that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let us rest.
Oh, my gosh.
Boom.
Yeah. Well, he was tired. They were tired.
I guess way past their bedtime at that point.
Right. Exactly. So that's cool. So then, of course, a month ago, you had some more people in, too, about a month ago, too.
Yeah. August. Sean Austin from Netflix's 28 Days Haunted and his girlfriend Kayla from Eerie Excursions in Dayton and the Ghost Sisters were all in there in August. Again, they caught some really, really good stuff. So.
Oh, yeah. It was fun. I got to hang out on that one. That was
fun.
That was
you guys had some interesting activity in the church.
Yeah.
I didn't go over there with you guys.
You're lucky. You're lucky. It was pretty creepy, man. But it was oh man,
that church gives me the heebie-jeebies anyway. But
oh yeah, it was fun. Then in the basement of Brownella, we had some crazy stuff there too. So
so did JV and Britt. They did a Estes session in the basement with their kids. They blindfolded them and hooked them up to the spirit boxes with like noise canceling headphones. So they were like totally couldn't see, couldn't hear.
I had to do that here. Mandy did that to me.
Nuh-uh.
Downstairs. I mean, when we had the ghost hunt here.
Randy.
And that was yeah. Ask Mandy about that. She's got that recorded somewhere. So
okay, I'm going to want to watch that.
Yeah.
Did you feel anything?
I don't even remember what I said because I'm repeating what's going through. But she's saying, asking questions. I can't hear or see, and I'm just repeating what's coming through.
Yeah.
And she says, you were spot on. I'm like, oh,
always.
Man.
So were they. I mean, and we kept capturing this white light / mist stuff. And I mean, JV went down and tried to debunk it. So did Britt. I mean, they're like, you can't see your hand in front of your face down there. I mean, what we could see on the night vision camera was pretty interesting, and it was right up. James kept feeling like he was being touched.
Yeah,
he would come around the corner, and he'd be like, "I'm being touched," and he was tapping out at one point, and then rescue came through the the box. He's like, "Somebody come get me! I'm done." And then it said rescue.
Rescue. Oh my god. Crazy stuff. Yeah, a lot of orbs and stuff. You can see a lot of orbs on there, and a lot of, that's good night, good weekend. I get
Yeah.
Of course, we've had orbs in there before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was giving them their tour, and things started. Well, I mean, they just come in, let me show you around, and then we had a door slam downstairs.
Wow.
And there's a snippet on our Facebook page, Galion History Center Facebook page, and we're going downstairs, and I'm checking the doors. Everything's secure. I look down the hallway and the light is flashing, like flickering off and on. I've never seen a light do that.
And that's an LED light, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not an old light. It's a new LED modern light bulb. And it was just flashing off and on.
That's crazy.
It was nuts. I was like, it was right off the bat, things were happening.
Wow. And that's funny because I had stopped by then that night. The next day I was over at the reformatory.
Yeah.
So, and I was in the paranormal. You've been in the paranormal room over there in the one wing?
I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've.
That's the room that if they shut the door, the chair always moves.
Ew.
Oh, yeah. So I went in there. You're allowed to go in there. And we did the self-guided tour, which is I recommend if you do that. But anyways, I went in there and it just was heavy and creepy and weird. I was like, oh my gosh, I had enough the night before. It's like, here I go again, But it's fun. It's fun. I love that kind of stuff, though. It's a good time.
It is. It was fun to watch them. They have a very professional production going on.
Yeah.
It was neat being on the back end and kind of watching it all go down.
That's cool.
So.
I saw you were kind of famous. I saw you on the video there.
I didn't want to be on video.
They called you T. He called you, yeah.
Yeah, and then Britt's like, do you want to put a mic on and jump in? And I was like, when else am I going to get to do this with somebody from the Ghost Hunters TV show?
That's fun. That's cool. I'm glad you got to do that. It's a good time. So.
It was fun.
So anybody else out there that wants to, ghost hunt, it's available. Yeah. We have public ghost hunts, don't we?
We do. Yep, from time to time we'll do it. So.
Yeah, it's fun. So more information on our website, correct? And
yes.
The Facebook page and
all
that
there's
good stuff?
A whole paranormal tab. You can get in there and read about how you can get a private investigation and some of the other things we do paranormally. So. Paranormally,
yes.
Yeah.
Not only that, you guys do all kinds of stuff. You guys just had you were a stop on the bus tour last weekend, and at the time of speaking, it's this coming weekend too, correct?
Yep, the Crawford History Alliance is doing their Crawford County bus tour, so you can hop on a bus at Lowell and come see all of the history organizations, museums in Crawford County. So we'll be open 1 to 5 on Sunday, October 1st.
Okay, both places open. There's the annex and the.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. Both places will be open.
Cool. The phone's ringing, but we'll just ignore that.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm not going to answer in the middle of the podcast, but yeah, when you're the one in the building, it happens. But yes, I mean it's a fun time, and if you want to see the play, I mean, I suppose there might be room on the buses. How do you do that? Do you know? Or
yeah, so you just go to Lowell and hop on the buses. It's kind of first come first serve. So
okay.
And if the buses are full, they'll give you a map. And you can drive it yourself that day as well, follow the bus or whatever. So
awesome, good times. All right,
it is.
Right. One thing that you put together not too long ago was the self-guided tours at Brownella. I know if you want to go and don't want to do a tour, don't want to be led around by Tenesha, which I don't know why you wouldn't be because she's fantastic. Let me tell you that right there. She's a great tour guide, not just because she's sitting in front of me right there. I mean that. She's very knowledgeable. But you can do your own tour on yourself, right?
Yep. We have a couple audio tours. We have the regular house tour that you can do audio guided, and then we have the Red Bishop tour that is an audio tour as well. So that just kind of expands a little bit more on Bishop Brown's heresy and his trials and everything that made him Bad Bishop Brown.
Bad. And if you want a T-shirt that says bad,
yes.
Which I love that. It's one of my favorite. I should have wore that today. But yeah.
I love it. When I wear it for tours, people clock the back of it instantly. I'm like, we have them for sale.
Right, there you go. Yeah. Those are neat shirts. So, yeah.
When I was with Mandy from Ghost Sisters during the whole investigation, we went over to Wendy's because we were getting hungry. We're there for a long time, getting hungry, and somebody asked about her shirt.
Oh, really?
In Wendy's. They're like, hey, what's up with Bad Bishop Brown? She's like, you got to talk to her.
Yeah, exactly. And they're for sale down there. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, yeah. And oh, man, that's cool. That's a great shirt. Did you design that shirt, by the way? Is that your idea? Well, good idea. It was great.
Yeah, so the Bad Bishop Brown, he shook up the whole damn town, was on the cover of Hearst magazine in the 1940s.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So Bishop was in Hearst magazine quite a bit. There was one on display in the cottage from the 1920s where it says, "Is Bishop Brown crazy?"
Oh,
that was the title of the article. So even when he was alive, people were questioning his sanity.
Yeah.
To his face.
Yeah.
But that one was done in the 40s after he had passed away.
Wow. If you're not familiar with Bishop Brown's a fascinating story. I mean,
it is.
You can find out all about it at Brownella, or you can look at. So I suppose there's information everywhere.
There's information on the website.
But if you want to experience his house the way it was, exactly. That's why. It's such a unique place. A lot of places were a house and then they became a museum or whatever. This has always been their house Nobody else has ever lived there.
Yeah.
And it's their furniture, their belongings, everything's still there.
Yeah.
Just like they just left, right?
Yeah. It's so rare to have a house museum and all of its original furniture in it.
It is.
And all of his stuff. I mean, all of his paperwork. I mean, we have receipts, bills. I mean,
yeah.
It's wild, the stuff that we have that belong to them. It is truly like they just got up and left yesterday.
Yeah.
So
that's a neat place. I mean, that's, like I said, that's a rarity. It is.
Yeah, and it could be why they're still there.
It could be.
I always remind myself I'm in their house.
Right.
Like, they're not just in my workplace. Like,
sure, right, yeah.
like, I'm encroaching on them.
Like you said, they said, leave us alone, right? They said,
Yeah. I talked to them.
Do you? Yeah. They probably know you pretty well by now, I would imagine.
Yeah. Kylie swears that they come out when I'm around.
Well, probably do. Well, I noticed when you're around, you get a lot more action around.
Well, when Sean Austin was there, and he and Mandy and Kayla were in the study, and the spirit box said my name, my full name, Tenesha, like 3 times.
That's wild, yeah.
I'm like, that's a hard name.
It is.
That's not just, randomly, coming through the box.
That's cool. Yeah, it said your full name, huh?
Yeah, yeah, they know who I am. I say hi when I go. And I'm alone, like a crazy ball. I just talk to them.
Hey, you know what? It keeps the peace. That's probably why they like you in there. They don't give you much problems, do they?
No.
Not really.
I just hear them.
Do you?
Walking around.
They're probably
opening
happy
and closing doors.
They're probably happy you're taking care of the place. I mean,
I hope so. Mm-hmm. Bishop Brown seemed to have a good reaction to the Red Bishop tour.
Good. Well, he's getting a story out there.
I know. Mm-hmm. We've asked twice in a couple different ghost hunts, like, how do you feel?
Yeah.
And he'll light stuff up. He lets us know.
Good.
He likes to talk about his communism.
He does. He's very fond of communism, isn't he?
Yeah. That was probably the best activity we had the Friday night that Britt and JB were there. Mm-hmm. They were reading his book, Communism and Christianism, out loud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the K2 meter just was going wild through the whole thing.
He's proud of his books, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. People were commenting, like, is he upset? I'm like, no, he's loving this.
Oh, yeah. That's how he was. Well, I mean, he had quite the ego, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. He was loving it that they were reading that on camera.
I bet. I mean, oh, man. Fun, yeah. But, yeah, I can experience that, too, by just doing a tour at the house there.
Yeah.
Right there in Galion. And it's not that hard to do. Information on the website, right?
Yep. www.galionhistory.com.
Cool. And like I said, you can do a self-guided or have Tenesha guide you around. Mm-hmm. Or one of our other knowledgeable people, too. Right?
Yeah.
It's a fun time. Plus, we have our annex, which has our bigger items in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a fun place, too. It's got some neat stuff in it.
It is. I'm doing a class reunion tour there this weekend.
Are you really? Mm-hmm. Cool. That's cool. And then, of course, we have our museum, which has got a lot of cool stuff in it, too.
Yeah. So we're pretty heavy on Brownella during October.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the year, really.
Now, are you stop on the trick-or-treat Galion? Okay. Yeah.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, we decorate. Goal is to decorate the cottage on Monday. Get it ready. And we will pass out candy Sunday, October 29th, 2 to 4 during the Galion Community Trick-or-Treat hours. So, yeah, you come in the house. A couple people are going to be passing out candy. The kids are so cute. They hesitate to come in. I'm like, nobody's going to jump out at you or scare you. Yeah. All the decor is friendly. It's not gory or scary.
Sure.
Just try to make an experience for the kids.
Sure. And then, of course, after that, you shift gears and it becomes Christmas season.
Oh, my gosh. I know.
Mm-hmm. Which is a beautiful place during Christmas time. You need to check that out.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. How many trees do you guys put up in that place? It's quite a few.
Oh, my gosh. There's trees in every closet of the house.
Yeah.
We put a tree in every room and then some upstairs that face the street that will just light up. So...
Of course, it's kind of funny because they didn't really decorate much, I don't think, the bishop.
No, they really weren't fans of Christmas.
Yeah.
And
here we are.
Here we are making it a whole Christmas wonderland for the month of December.
It is beautiful, though. It is a nice place.
It really is.
And it's kind of neat because from the street then outside, it's all lit up, too. It's kind of, I mean, for the trees and the windows.
Everything's on timers, so by the time it gets dark, you can drive by at night and you'll see 15 trees.
Oh, wow.
in every window of the house. It's all lit up and beautiful.
Oh, cool. I mean, it's just, like I said, a lot of cool stuff. Anything we missed that's going on? Did you? Yes, Clue.
Clue. Uh-huh. Yeah. So that's the first event coming up in October. We have a 1920s themed murder mystery clue on Saturday, October 21st. We'll play games at 6 and 8 p.m. So that is a live action version of the Clue board game.
Yeah.
In Brownella Cottage, in the dark.
Yeah.
We do provide flashlights for that.
And which does sell out most of the time, too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tickets are on sale now on our website, GalionHistory.com, under the shop tab. So if you're available and you're even slightly interested, don't hesitate. It does sell out.
Yeah,
you have to solve the crime. Who killed the caretaker?
Really?
In what room and with what weapon? We have a whole cast of Galion history suspects. So you are going to learn a little Galion history, but it's so fun.
And
it's so fun.
This takes place in the 1920s on this one, correct?
Yes, this is 1920s themed. We're encouraging our players to dress up in their best 1920s era rags, as they would call them.
I can't wait to see you
Oh, I've got a full costume.
I bet.
You know me. I have to be extra.
I was going to say, you don't do it halfway on anything. Right?
I'm really I'm excited to dress up. I was like, oh,
I bet. It's fun, isn't it?
It is fun. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's great. That's my costume for trick or treat.
There you go. See?
I'm going to be a flapper this Halloween.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool. So if you want to see Tenesha as a flapper, you can go to Clue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun night.
It sounds like a lot. Yeah.
It's a great fundraiser. We do it a couple times a year, but certainly there's a vibe around the October the October Clue, of course.
Right.
Well, and it gets dark earlier, so we're really like you're in the dark.
So since we're approaching Halloween, is there any special public ghost hunts coming on?
So we're going to do ghost tours Friday, October 27th and Tuesday, October 31st, Halloween night at 8 o'clock.
Tell them why you're doing Halloween night. Not just because it's Halloween.
Not just because it's Halloween and they say the veil between the living and dead is the thinnest, but Bishop Brown died Halloween morning 1937 in Brownella Cottage. So it's certainly special for us at the History Center, and there's a certain, you can attest to this, there's a certain energy
oh yeah, I was there last
in the house as we start to approach Halloween.
Oh yeah.
I mean, last Halloween I think was the first time in 7 years I didn't go. I waited for Amber to come. I went inside. I flipped the main switch. All the lights came on, and I just took my butt right back outside and waited for the next person to come. I was just like, I can't. I couldn't be in there alone.
Is there ever days you ever walk in and go, I can't be in here. It's too weird in here.
It's always, I don't feel like I'm a sensitive person. Right. Kylie, our curator, she's going to kill me for saying this, but I think she is. Very sensitive. She tends to be really sensitive to the energy in the house. But I mean, there are days where I walk in and I feel like it's dead, no pun intended. Like nothing is happening.
Right, yeah.
And then other days you walk in and you're looking over your shoulder. Like you can just feel it. Like, you're not alone. It's
I've gone into my ears were ringing. I've had that happen to me before where I couldn't hear.
Oh, I had that happen on a ghost tour. I couldn't even, I was lost so much focus because my ear was just like, it wouldn't quit.
Yeah.
And then the cat ball was on Bishop Brown's bed and it's lighting up by itself. And I'm like, I can't even talk and like tell you what I need to tell you because my ears are ringing so bad.
And you got some new stuff coming up too, some new tools that you've
we invested in some new equipment. Cool. Because we like our ghost tours to be interactive. Yeah. You're going to have equipment with you. We want you to experience the paranormal that we experience in the house. Got a couple REM pods. Yeah. People like watching things light up on their own. It's pretty compelling. It
is fun.
So we like to get the stuff that lights up and is visually fun. And then we got a custom spirit box coming. It's coming tomorrow. Oh, wow. I'm excited.
Cool. I can't wait to see it, yeah.
Blue Collar Paranormal came over the summer and did our paranormal lock-in back in August. And they had a custom spirit box. So, like, the spirit boxes, like, scan the radio at high speed. And you hear this, like, noise. Like, and it's loud and it's, it's hard. Like, you do hear things come through it, but Theirs it's totally quiet. It's a clean sweep. You don't hear it sweeping, and it just pulls out the words that come through.
Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it has this is the best thing. It has an echo feature. So whatever word comes through, if it were to just say bishop, it would say it 3 times.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So you're hearing it more than once, because a lot of times when something comes through a spirit box, you're like, well, I think I heard this.
Yeah.
But unless you're filming and recording, there's no way to go back and like double check. But that's a really cool feature on this. So I'm excited to get it and put some batteries in it and play with it.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't blame you. Good time. Another thing I don't want to forget is we just had our purse bingo that went really well.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Second purse bingo. It was good.
It was fun, yeah.
Tons of good feedback.
Were you able to relax afterwards? Because I know it's a lot of work for you.
Kind of.
It's a lot of work for you. You put in a lot of time and all on that.
It's so busy. This last quarter of the year for us is like fundraising central. But it's all fun stuff. It's all good stuff. Just a lot.
Yeah.
But bingo was awesome. Definitely, I'm sure going to do it again next year.
I was going to say we're going to do
another round.
Yeah.
We're playing with some ideas, some feedback. Some people want to see some themes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Maybe do some dressing up.
Yeah.
So, we've kind of been talking. I'm like, we could do the decades.
Yeah, right. No, that's great.
I mean, we're doing 1920s Clue.
Right.
I mean, we could do 80s, the 70s. I mean, you could, and you name it. So
it would be fun.
Yeah, I think we're gonna change things up next year a little
Yeah,
bit, and
I'm
it should be
looking
fun.
forward to-
And we'll pick our women that lived through that decade, and it's
awesome,
we're already planning next year. I mean, it just never stops.
I was going to say you almost have to though. It takes that long to do this stuff. I mean,
does. Yeah.
You work year round on these things. I mean,
Oh yeah.
It's not just a week before you go, I got to get that done. No, it's year round. That's me. That's me the week before.
All in all, it takes about 6 months.
Yeah.
To get purse bingo ready. And
and that's amongst the other things that you're working on at the time too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
I wouldn't have it any other way though. I love my job.
No, and you do a very, very good job at
Thank
your job.
you.
A darn good job. I know that the board all feels that. We all do. And we're like 100% behind that, So
I know. I feel the love. You guys let me know I'm appreciated, and I appreciate it.
You're very appreciated, and you do an awesome job. And I'm not just saying that because you're there. You do a really good job. And if you go and check out everything that we have there on the campus there, you'll find out that she does a very good job. I mean, I bet according to some historical societies you talk to and stuff, they're just we're doing really well.
I think so.
A lot of them are struggling right now. They can't find volunteers, can't find board members. It's not that way with us. So.
Yeah,
which is good. That's good, and all the board members get along. I mean,
Yeah, we have a great group of people.
Yeah.
You can tell when we end a board meeting and still all sit around it and just keep talking.
Right, exactly. It is unique like that,
Yeah,
it's fun. We're talking an hour later after the meeting's done. We're still all talking.
We're doing fun stuff, and we have fun stuff coming up, and nothing I can talk about, but lots of cool stuff coming up and. 2024. I'm excited for next year. We're going to be doing some new stuff and
big year coming up. The big solar eclipse is next year.
Yeah. We'll be doing something for the solar eclipse. I can hint that much.
Awesome.
That's going to be a big deal.
Yes, it is.
My goodness. Apparently millions of people are going to flood into Crawford County. So
now we're just starting to ramp up a little bit. People are starting to talk about it. Just starting to come in and do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the Rotary Club because they got a grant for all the schools in Crawford County. They're able to buy glasses for.
Oh, nice.
So every student gets a glass, his glasses. So
So I think it's a big deal when you're in the path of totality too.
Yeah, did they say something like the population is going to triple or something in Crawford County during that day? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I might have to walk to work. I mean, is traffic going to be in like a gridlock
I don't know
what?
exactly. Oh, I know. Crazy, but it's gonna be a fun day.
It'll be interesting to see how that shakes out next spring.
Yeah.
And of course, it'll be interesting to see the eclipse.
Hopefully, it doesn't rain that day. Cloudy. And
well, leave it to Ohio.
I know exactly.
Of course. I mean, like
Spoil
anytime we're
the
supposed
fun.
to see the northern lights or anything, astronomically cool. It's cloudy.
Every time.
Every time. So here's hoping for some good weather.
Okay, so if people want to know how to get more information about everything we talked about, plus more, how can they do that?
Go to our website, www.galionhistory.com. Lots of stuff you can check out on the website, including this podcast will be there.
Yeah, it will be.
Once you get it,
will be
finished up, and I'll put that on the website. And you can also check out our Facebook page.
Tanesha, you out of breath now? I mean, a lot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's like everything that has been going on is going to continue to go on.
Right. Yeah.
All good stuff.
It is good stuff. And we're happy to have you, Tenesha.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, I mean that. So, thank you so much for coming in, okay?
Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for letting me be here.
You're welcome anytime. Thank you so much.